Hey guys, this is going to be a really short video and it's going to be my impressions of today's Apple event. Like every year in September, Apple announces the next generation of the iPhone, and this year we got the iPhone 15 with the iPhone 15 Pro and Pro Max basically not changing functionally not much at all apart from a new port, and that is the much awaited Type-C port. This is the first time that Apple is, I think, introducing a new port on its iPhone since I want to say like 2012 when they introduced Lightning. But apart from that, I don't really think much has really changed about the phone apart from a newer and faster chip. And in today's world, our phones are more than powerful enough to do day-to-day tasks and even demanding ones. So there's no real need to jump for just because of the chip. So if you are a Pro user and you really need your phone to have Type-C, then I see why getting the Pro model could be justified. Also, if you really want the newer camera on the Pro Max, you could go for that as well. But again, I don't see that being that much of a justification to shell out another $1,000 or $1,200 for a new phone. That being said, I think for the first time, the mid-range option with the iPhone 15, the normal iPhone, is actually the sweet spot in terms of what you should be getting. I think this is the first year that it kind of makes sense if you're coming from like the iPhone 12 per se, or even the iPhone 13 to go ahead and upgrade to the normal iPhone 15. This year, the new iPhone will get the Type-C port as we just mentioned, but it also signals a shift where even the default base iPhone also gets the dynamic island. So while that's not a huge feature improvement, it's still something that's really nice to have. So if you are coming from an iPhone 13 or iPhone 12 and you don't want to shell out for the Pro, this is a good year, I believe, in my opinion, to go ahead and go for the iPhone 15, the normal iPhone 15. That being said, if you just wanted an iPhone, they still have the iPhone 14 and even the iPhone 13 still up for sale. The iPhone 14 will be $699 and the iPhone 13 will be $599. Unless you really think you're going to need the crash detection on the normal iPhone 14, there is absolutely no need to get the iPhone 14 at all. It is just a glorified version of the iPhone 13. And for $600, the iPhone 13 is a pretty compelling package for a real budget option to get into the Apple ecosystem. You still get a pretty performant chip, and you still get a screen and all the features of iOS that are still going to keep you pretty relevant. And it's still going to have at least a good amount of support for the decent amount of time. As for the Apple Watch Ultra, I don't think much has really changed there, or even it's the same for the Series 9 that also just got released. If you are able to get a better deal or a cheaper price on any of the prior models as the new ones start to come in stock, I would still recommend those over the new generation. I don't think there's much there that really warrants getting for the latest and greatest. I also think Apple really made a big deal about being carbon neutral. If they really did care about being carbon neutral, a few years back when they switched the Lightning cable from being a Type-A cable to a Type-C cable, they would have cared about the carbon neutrality then as well, but I think it was still a conscious decision to go ahead and make more money by having other people basically shell out for new bricks. So I don't buy the whole thing of how they've been able to show carbon neutral is such a great big thing. I think it was just kind of an excuse to not make the all of the Pro models or the Apple Watch Ultra this year have more features. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. It's gonna be a really short one. I hope you guys liked it. Comment, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.